Welcome back to StarrSoaps channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Welcome to the second episode of StarrSoaps Interviews. That's right. Today I get to interview another awesome soaper. Squee! So, if you haven't seen the first episode of StarrSoaps Interviews, I'll leave the link below to that and you can go and check it out. And today I get to interview the wonderful Terry of Deco Soap Company. Squee! So, hi Terry, how are you?
Hi Crystal. Hi everyone there on the StarrSoaps channel. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing well. Thanks.
Well, that's excellent. So, could you tell us a little bit about your soap company, Deco Soap Company?
So a little bit about Deco Soap Company. She is a very small company right now. Just me, myself, and I. But it is growing little by little, baby steps, very important. I don't want to get over my head too quickly. I enjoy making the soap. I enjoy putting the chemicals together and the designs and the fragrances and seeing how it's going to turn out. And right now, that's all I need. I get inspiration every day, and every day I try at least something new, whether it's some kind of new embed or some kind of new combination, I guess, of fragrance and essential oils. But I do try to keep myself going in a forward direction.
You go, girl! I agree. We have to keep on testing ourselves and inspiring ourselves and keeping ourselves motivated. This is our job after all, but we need to love what we do. So, what kind of products do you make?
Well, I started with melt and pour. I have started cold process. I think I made about 3 loads of cold process and 1 set of cupcakes. I'm working on very small batches. I want to get the technique down. I want to really make it great before I move on. So right now, that is what I enjoy.
Oh, fantastic. I love making soap too. I shy away from the melt and pour, I must admit, and I also shy away from the hot process. I love cold process. So, when you're making your soap, do you prefer to make it in log molds that you slice or in little individual cavity molds?
So when I make soap, do I prefer making it in the loaf or in the individual cavities? To be honest, I use both. It depends on what the soap is. If it is feminine soap made for a girl, I will use the loaf. I'll use a tall and skinny. It's a little bit more feminine. If it's for a man, then I will use the individual square molds. I don't know why, but men seem to like the big square soap versus the tall and skinny. So to answer your question, I use them both.
Interesting answer. I had never thought about that, and you're so right. The blokes don't love the pretty swirly floofy swirls. They are more about the functionality of the soap, and if it works good, they love it. And I totally agree with you. I have a soap that I make in a square mold. It's my salt bar, and it's the only soap that Big B uses. So I think you're onto something there. But yes, I agree. I like to use both as well. Now, could you please tell us what are your favourite things to scent those soaps? Fragrance oils, essential oils, or other additives, like honey, milks, different things like that. What's your favourite?
Okay, so my favorite things to fragrance my soap, I am like you. I am a faux-ho. I love my fragrance oils. I also like to blend them with essential oils. I like to get an essential oil, fragrance oil blend if I can. So I've been experimenting with a lot of different fragrances, and right now that is my favorite. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, put it together, and there you go.
Soapy sisters! I feel you. I'm the same. I kind of like to put a pinch of this and a dash of that and mix it all up until I get just what I'm going for. I totally agree with you. And I actually often custom blend fragrances and essential oils together to come up with something unique that other people might not have, because they might be able to buy the essential oil on its own and buy the fragrance oil on its own, but they might not have thought to mix the two together. So that gives you a little bit of an edge. I love it. Well, you've already given us a lot of tips and tricks, and thank you so much for that. But I was wondering if you might be able to give a little bit of advice on people who are just starting out with a small business, a soap company or otherwise. Any advice?
So advice to other people getting into the soaping world. I don't know if advice from somebody who's only been in business 4 or 5 months is worth anything, but I would say start small, get a good foundation before you move on to different products. Make sure that your house of products has a solid foundation to stand on. Get very good at what you do and then branch out. I think that's the real advice I have, and that goes with everything, just everything in life. Make sure your foundation is solid, and then you can branch out.
Very sound advice. Thank you, Terry. I have to agree with you. It's so easy to get excited by the next new thing and this other new thing, and I want to make this and I'm going to learn how to do that. It's very important that we get really good at our basic soap making, if that's what it is, or whatever, first. Get that nailed down until we feel really confident with it, and then, as you say, branch out. Love it. Love your advice. Thank you. And I think it's very worthwhile to get advice from anyone who started out at any point in this journey. After all, that's what it is. We're all on our soaping journey. So, one more question for you. I was wondering, what kind of companies do you love? For example, who are your favourite little small businesses and companies? And is there anyone that you want to give a shout out to?
So my other favorite companies that I like, I'll just say who I like to watch on YouTube, is, well, let's start with you and StarrSoaps. I love watching you. I think you're just a hoot out there in New Zealand, and you don't care. You don't care if you make a mistake. You're fast on your feet. You fix it, and if you don't, you rebatch it. It's inspiring. Another person I like to watch is Dean Wilson, and I think he's from Australia, but he works mainly with Melt and Pour, so I like watching him. I like Karen from Eden's Secret over in the UK. Of course, Katie White, Royalty Soaps, and I could just go on and on and on, but I know this video can't. So I'm going to stop there. I think that's 4 or 5.
Oh, you sweet lady. Thank you so much. I've never heard of Dean, so I have to go and look him up. I love Melt and Pour, especially watching videos. I love the amazing things they can come up with in that medium. It's quite different to our cold process. And yes, I love Karen and Katie, and I agree with you, there are hundreds. There's so much inspiration. There's so many talented people out there. It's really cool. It's wonderful that we're all sort of helping each other and helping to boost each other up as well in the soaping community.
Well, I think this is the end of the interview, and I just wanted to say thank you so much. I know I'm a brand new soaper. I know I haven't been around for a long time, but gosh, I appreciate it so much that you would even consider this interview. I don't know what this is going to turn out to look like, but I just want to say thank you, Crystal. Shout out to CrystalStarr Soaps. How you doing today? I'm doing good. We'll see you on YouTube. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Well, Ms. Terry, thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview with me. I really enjoyed putting it together, and I hope you love the outcome. For everybody else who's watching, I know there's been a big gap between the last episode of StarrSoaps Interviews and this one. If you would like to help me make it a shorter gap between this one and the next one, please contact me on starrsoaps@gmail.com, and I'll send you some questions and we can make a groovy little interview. For everyone watching. I hope that you loved this video, and if you did, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, become a member of the StarrSoaps family, and feel the soapy love. Bye now.
You know you love it when your skin feels handed with luxurious ingredients like cocoa butter, shea butter. Starr soaps, baby, Starr soaps will make you feel good. Starr soaps, you know you love it when your skin feels panted with luxurious ingredients like cocoa butter, shea butter. Starr soaps, baby, Starr soaps will make you feel good. If you want a pant